Part of my calling is to make sure that your heart is mended and that you're encouraged and that you are equipped to do what it is that God has called you to do. I want to do well at that. I want to do that well. I want you to feel empowered by God's Spirit, equipped by His Word, freed by His grace to make the difference that you were made to make, to have the impact that you were created to have. For some of you this morning, what needs to happen before we can do any of that is you need to give your heart to God. You need to invite Him into your life. Because we can't talk about your place in ministry and we can't talk about you being equipped and mended if you're not following Jesus. Because Jesus, He was gonna mend James and John and He was going to train them. But first, they had to follow Him. And that's where we've all got to start this morning. Are you following Him? Some of you this morning, you answered the call to follow Jesus years ago, but then something happened. And you're kind of like James and John during that period where Jesus was crucified. Things had not gone as they had expected. And your heart is filled with fear and doubt. And Peter even said, I'm going back to fishing. And Jesus showed up and spoke to them. I said, feed my sheep, do the ministry, do the work that I've called you to do. Some of you this morning, you need to follow Jesus. Some of you this morning, you were following Jesus and something happened and you haven't been very close with Him. And He's showing up today, speaking to your heart and saying, I've got a place for you. I want you to be right here, working with me, doing this thing that I've created you to do.